Welcome to Teen Up, a podcast that digs deeper into the thoughts of teenagers' minds about the wonders of the world.
If you're new here, I am your host, Isabella.
And I'm Glenn. If you're not, welcome back.
Here's a quick disclaimer. If we made any mistakes, please email us and tell us. Thank you.
Do dating apps actually help build relationships? Or does it just lead to ghosting and friends with benefits? Today, we are here to discuss the questions people have on dating apps and why so many people use it.
Personally, I am a user of dating apps.
I'm not.
And I think people use dating apps for many great reasons. But they do conclude down to like a few major groups of reasons. Personally, I started using dating apps because I wanted to meet new people. I was getting bored of the people around in my life.
Whoops.
Because it's like our school is very routine, and the people that I meet, I've met them every single day for 3 years. And I got a bit not tired of them, but I just felt like it was time to, try to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great reason for me. I don't particularly look for a relationship or anything. Honestly, I'm not even looking for a long-term friendship. I'm just honestly, I'm just trying to step out of my comfort zone and try to just see what other type of people are out there in our society. Do you get what I mean?
I'm hearing is you use dating apps because it's like a gallery of people. So you just look at people.
That kind of makes sense.
Sounds so bad.
Yeah, when you say it like that, it's not so great. But I did meet people who shared similar hobbies with me, or a similar we liked same TV shows or things like that, and that felt great. But I also met a lot of I'm not gonna say weird, but people that I'm not used to talking to, which is also a very interesting thing.
I mean, I guess it's a way to meet people in a way, but I don't know. I feel like its name, dating apps, suggests dating.
That's true.
So it's not like people go on there to find a platonic friendship, It's not its main purpose. It's suggested in the name, hence dating apps. So I don't know about this one, You could potentially make friends from dating apps, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Well, now that you've brought this up, dating apps, people do use it to want to find lovers. And I think I've seen one or two successful people who've done this, were able to do this. And maybe it didn't end super well, but the fact that they were able to, start a love relationship with someone online, with a stranger, just through texting, is very interesting to me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And for when you use these dating apps, at least from what I know of, they would say what their purpose is on these apps, and they would write it in their bio, and you could look into it and see if you could find people with the same reasons for using these apps.
Yeah, I guess it's like a feature of dating apps. But I still feel like the majority of people on dating apps are still finding a date.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and this other reason that I see a lot of people say is to exchange languages. I think on dating apps, when they say that they're looking for someone to exchange different languages, is just not very true.
I mean, it can still be. Because, for example, for a Taiwanese person, maybe they want to find someone that's a foreigner to practice their English, but they don't really have that type of people in their social life. Say they work in a 7-Eleven part-time. Wow. Maybe they're a college student and they want to, find someone who speaks English well to practice with them, or to at least have an environment to speak the language so then they can use it in the future or whatever. I think it's totally valid, And in a way, maybe that person also wants to learn Chinese, so it's like an exchange.
Yeah.
It sounds great on paper.
Yeah, it does.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Like I've totally seen people who said that they're looking for language exchange, and they would like, I want to learn Spanish, right? And maybe they're Spanish, and I thought they were really there for the language exchange, but we just talked in English. Like, where's the language exchange there? And it had nothing to do with like learning a new language, which may be my fault, or like something like that this discussion didn't lead to language exchange or anything. But yeah.
Well, I think it's just like one example. And also like you're not there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to you, but we had the same class. Well, I think you need to try things out. Maybe not like exchange language as a first purpose. Like you can find people who has similar interest with you, say a person who speaks Spanish, who also likes all the TV shows, music, whatever that you like. And you guys can start it out talking in English, and they might slip in a few Spanish words, and over time you can learn. I think that might be a better way of doing this.
For sure.
Not that I've used it before.
Okay, and this other reason for using dating apps is to find friends with benefits, like for a hookup. And it's actually kind of cool how, did you know like different countries have different ways of giving hints to a hookup?
I do not.
Like, I've heard that right now what's going on in Taiwan is when they ask you, do you want to go like get a Coca-Cola?
That's actually new to me.
Yeah, and I think that is very interesting. So far, I have never met anyone on dating apps that said this to me. So, like, for Taiwanese people, I don't know. I think this is like also a common thing for other people in other countries. Like, they would use those evil smile emojis in their bio. And that's like apparently a hint for like they're looking for hookups.
Oh really?
Yeah, like those evil smiles. Like I didn't know about that. And apparently those who like show off their abs, that's also like probably a sign.
Wait, but isn't it just like a dating apps thing? Like people show off their body?
Yeah, but I think those people have more of a tendency to look for those. Yeah, so I think in general people do like to show off their body on dating apps, but I just feel like they have more of a tendency to do so, or yeah. And that leads me to this next part of dating apps. Types of relationships that you could get off of dating apps. First one is sexting. So I think those people who show their abs, or like, show off that they're on the swimming team, or or I don't know, girls who show like their chest part as the main photo like focus. Okay, so I think those people do have the tendency to do sexting. I've personally never experienced that. Yeah, and I think those type of relationships definitely also lead to hookups and stuff. I don't have much experience with it, but I think it's a very common thing that happens on dating apps.
I would guess so, because I don't use it.
Yeah. And moving on to this next one is ghosting. I don't like people who ghosts, but to be honest, I'm partly one of those people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the people that I've ghosted.
Hold on. I think ghosting is not just for dating apps. People in your real life can also like ghost you, so it's like a totally like separate thing. Ghosting just sucks. Like, yeah, I just feel like it's like a very not nice thing to do. Like, at least leave me unread, you know?
Yeah, that's what that I thought of that too. Like, when people want to ghost me, at least read my message and then like maybe delete the chat or whatever.
Like, it's so confusing. And another thing is that, are you not annoyed by the like number or like the dot or whatever? Like, it's so annoying to me. I have zero tolerance for that.
I totally get what you mean, because I used to have like a thing for that too. Like, I would read everyone's messages and like leave until the end of the day to go back to reply to them if I don't want to like reply right at the moment. But I don't like the number there. But right now I've given up because I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, ghosting, honestly, I've ghosted so many people because, like, for one thing, I don't know what to say to this person anymore. Like, it's either I end the convo and they like my message and that's the end, or I could keep this like a mystery. You never know how the conversation is gonna go and just leave it as it is, you know? Or like, you don't want to break your relationship with this person, although ghosting is a very big deal breaker, but I don't know why it is better than being like than ending the conversation. I don't know. For me, I just feel like that's better.
I don't know. I feel like it's not like special for dating apps, but generally, I'd say if the person's ghosting you, then they probably don't want to talk to you. Like,
that's for sure.
Like, let's just all face our own true feelings for a second here. If you're not going to talk to the person, you don't want to talk to them, because if you want to talk to them, you would talk to them. That simple. Let's move on.
Preach. This other type of relationship is friends with benefits, or more like, you know, casual stuff. I actually saw on this website, it said like friends with benefits, like they used the acronym FWB, and there was this other one that they used was, I forgot what it was, NDA or NBA. Anyways, I didn't know what it mean, but if like anyone knows, let me know.
LMK.
But yes, this is another type of relationship that develops using dating apps, and I think this is absolutely normal.
I think it's just like kind of like hookups.
Yeah. And you would start doing this and then do it until like you're 30 and you realize, I'm 30. I gotta get married. Why am I still having hookups? I've hooked up with so many guys. I gotta get one to be stable and married and have kids, actually have a life. No, I think this is a super common one.
Was that your mid-age crisis? Right on spot.
I think this is like a very common thing for a lot of people. Personally, I have not experienced middle age crisis yet. Hopefully I never have to. But yeah, this is this is it. Moving on to this next one is short-term relationships and long-term relationships. Like, long-term, absolutely. Like, I think you're amazing if you're able to keep a long-term relationship with someone off of the internet. Like, I think it's actually very...
Wait.
I don't know.
You mean like solely based off of internet, or started off on the internet?
Yeah, started off
okay.
on the internet.
Yeah, of course. Like, I feel like that's a problem. Part of the problem is that you still need to know how to like be in an actual real life physical relationship. Physical as in not online. And I think that that's the biggest problem, because you think, oh, I have dating apps, I have so many options, and we just give up so easily. And I know I sound like 50 years old, but no, like, I actually think it's something that's valid, you know? Like, this is somehow a problem. This is somehow a problem.
I think it's really important to still know like who you are when you meet them online, because sometimes you could totally fake being being another person, right? And when you really meet them in real life, you can't take a rain check every single time you like they ask you to. Like, we should totally hang out because we still haven't met in real life.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different in real life. So I'd say like it's a mix of both.
And I've I think it's hard to, I don't know, personally, I think it's very hard to text someone for a very long time. And you finally have to meet this person in real life and you have to act casual, like you know this person very well. Like maybe you do know this person very well, but still, meeting for the first time is really awkward.
For sure, for sure.
And, but if you do hit it off, like, I think that's a totally great start. Like, it means that you're probably going to be able to, you know, develop something more than just whatever you guys started off as. Okay, after the break, we're going to discuss whether dating apps can help you find love or not.
Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about whether dating apps can help you find love or not.
So, there have people who said that dating apps can definitely help you find love if you do it the right way. And I think I totally agree with that.
Me too.
Okay, so hear me out to those people who think that, you know, dating apps are like just not working for them. I think you need to try this out. So hear me out. No. A very big thing is how you start off your relationship with them. Even the first text and who you're depicting yourself as. I think that is very important. You have to know who you are and what you really want in a relationship and like what you're looking for. You have to know all that in order to really start this search, because if not, you would just be scrolling through a whole lot of different people and still not find the one you like because you don't even know what you like. So I think starting off with that is a great start. And it's important to, you know, also think about how you want to connect with this person. If you found it, like if you found someone that you think you're able to, like if you look at their bio, their interests match with you, their hobbies match with you, or if you care about, you know, constellations, if that matches, like, yeah, you found someone that looks like they would, you know, hit it off with you. It's now important. Now you're going to establish yourself, how you want them to know who you are and how you want them to see you.
One thing though, I don't think you necessarily need a common interest to be good in a relationship.
How would you say so?
I don't know exactly why, but I feel like sometimes when you're thinking about it, in the long run, it doesn't really matter that you guys have the same interest. I think it's somehow like the mentality and your compatibility when you're living together. I feel like that matters even more because you can always have your own time and you can have different hobbies, but you cannot be bad at living together, or you cannot be looking for different things in life. That just like fundamentally wouldn't work.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. Like, I see what you mean.
I mean, if you're looking for friends, for sure. But if you're looking for like a life partner, I feel like, at least for me, like I'm not 60. I don't know. All right. At least from what I'm seeing, I feel like it's not like the most important thing. So I'm not sure like if it's the best way to like start a relationship, you know?
I think, yeah, I totally see what you mean. Like at the start, you would want to find something to talk about, and interests and hobbies are a great way to start a conversation.
For sure, for sure.
But when you, but I don't know if this works online, but in real life, I would say when meeting someone, you don't actually have to know what their interests are. As long as like you think that you're vibing with them, it works, right? Like few of my friends, I don't think I have anything in common with, but we're still able to share our feelings and thoughts with them, even, you know, like, yeah, because the vibe works, although no interests are aligned.
Yeah, I feel like that's like where I'm getting this, because like from friendships, I'm seeing that the people that are the closest to me at this point does not necessarily has the same interest as me.
I think as long as you're able to vibe with someone and they're willing to listen to whatever you say, it works.
Definitely.
Yeah. However, on dating apps, I personally don't think it's that easy. 'Cause, like, what do you talk about? You're not just gonna go up to a stranger and talk about your day, right? But yeah. Anyways, when you found the person that you, like, when you matched with someone and you think that they're a potential future partner, you have to know what's your process to get to know someone really quickly or as soon as possible, because you don't want to waste time on one person, right? And still not know anything about them. So you, like, there are questions on New York Times, like 36 questions to know if you, like, to fall in love with someone. Like, maybe you could start off with that as a conversation starter. And also, you could bring these questions to your first date and ask each other these questions, learn about yourself and learn about them, and see if you guys really match. Like, maybe the one date is the way to differentiate who works and who doesn't.
Wait, actually, I disagree with you tremendously.
How so?
I feel like it's getting the beauty of meeting someone out of the whole thing.
But what if you're having a midlife crisis?
It's not the way to solve it. I sound like I've been through it before.
I know. Wow.
I don't know though. I feel like when you're meeting someone, it's the little things, you know. It's the little things that you fall for. You like someone's way of eating a nut, for example, or you just like the way they say tomato or something like that. I feel like that's like the things that make you really want to like spend time with a person. I know I'm like painting a picture here, but I don't know. Like, if you're spending one day to get to know a person and just like decide if this person is compatible with you or not, I feel like you're disregarding their depth as a human being, and you're also like disregarding your own depth as a human being, because nobody can get to know a person in a day. You cannot get to know a person in a million years. No.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But like, what if you really like this person and you really hit it off, but then you realize, like maybe you're even in a relationship and you realize the way they handle financial issues, like, it's totally different from you, and like when you move in together, the way they, I don't know, the way their thought process works, like, throughout the whole, I don't have like a great example here, I know, but like, what if you find out something super major and something that is super important to you and they don't care about at all?
It depends. If you only know that person for like 2 months, then I guess, like, if it's a deal breaker, then no. But if you've known that person, if you guys have been like together for like 8 years, like, work it out. And if you can't,
that's true.
You can't. There's no forcing it.
Yeah, I see what you mean here. And this other part, like, I'm just gonna go with what I researched, and yeah, they say like maybe a 5-minute call is a way that you can really see the vibe with someone. And you would definitely want to avoid any type of red flags that you see on their profile. Like, maybe you're not looking for a hookup and they got that evil smile. And maybe that's a huge red flag for you. So, yeah. So hopefully, like, this process helps with people finding love. I personally will not be using this method because I'm not trying to find love. And for those who don't believe that dating apps can find love, I see what you mean. It's easier to meet people on dating apps, but it does not mean that it's easier to love someone, right? Like, you could be scrolling through so many profiles a day, maybe 100 or 200. I don't know if Tinder even gives you that many swipes, but
Oh,
like,
there's a limit?
I think there is. I think. I'm not sure though. I've never reached that limit yet, so I don't know. So what I'm saying here that dating apps can't help you find love is that, yeah, you're scrolling through a lot of profiles each day, but you don't know this person through like a shared experience, or, you know, like classmates. You go to class together, so you know this person. Or if you're working and like you're at a convention and you meet someone, that's a shared experience and you could start your relationship from there. But with online, you don't have any shared experience with them. You don't have like a past memory to look back on, or you know what I mean.
Exactly.
And a lot of times where people meet other people could also be like your friend introduced you to this other person, and like through that you get to talk about your friend, like your mutual friend. But with online, this is like there's no shared community or relationships or experiences, so it makes it easier for people to ghost you or to be inconsiderate of how they're talking to you, like, because it doesn't affect them at all, right?
Yeah.
So I think this reason really like sums it up to why some people can't find love on the internet. And I don't know which one like I'm gonna stick to more, but yeah.
Well, I think I personally cannot use dating apps because I don't know. I don't feel like it's for me.
Yeah, I think not everyone is up for the online dating situation, and some people do find that in real life is a lot easier. In real life, some people just, might find it easier. Like I said, they might meet people in a more authentic connection, and some people might find that more real and less like online. You can't force someone to talk to you, and in real life, if you really like want to know someone, like this sounds bad, but like in real life you want to really know someone, you would go up and talk to them, and you're in like a group meeting. They can't just like tell you to leave or anything. Like they actually have to talk to you. It's more like a social pressure thing, and sometimes this makes people open up a little bit more than they do online.
Yeah, I totally get it.
And overall, I think that on dating apps, it's super important to just be clear about your expectations, to know what you're looking for, to know what you're expecting, and to know what you're probably gonna receive as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's a great ending to this episode. Next week, we're gonna talk about open relationship.
Thank you for listening to this episode.
We will upload a new episode every Thursday.
Remember to like, follow, and share our podcasts with your friends and family. You could also share your idea and thoughts with us on our Instagram at teenup.podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel.
Thank you and bye.